Hello, everybody. It is Wednesday night at 8:35. I wanted to jump on real quick because I had something happen to me this morning that was kind of unexpected when I did my morning show. After my morning show, I looked and noticed that 22 subscribers unsubscribed to my show, and I believe it was because of some of the things that I had mentioned on my show, which happened to be in the subject of politics. Now, let me just say this: those people that unsubscribed to my show were 22 people that were in the bushes, that were behind the scenes, that never came into the chat. So I never really got a chance to get personal with them because I never knew who they were. But obviously, it was something that I said, a few things that I said that 22 people did not like. When it comes to politics, people are very, very sensitive. I've seen friendships break up, I've seen arguments, and I got to say that I am not going to change my political views. My political views are my own views, my own opinion, and I'm not changing for anybody. Um, I mentioned a few of the names on my show this morning, and I didn't really say anything that detrimental, but I guess it put a bad taste in some of those subscribers' mouths. And again, I'll say this: hello, Carol, how are you? Good to see you. I'll say this again: I will not change my political views for anybody. And if I lost 22 subscribers, hey, I lost 22 subscribers. What can I tell you? But I'm not changing for anybody. We could always agree to disagree. And I'm going to do a show. I don't know if it's going to be during the week this week. Most likely it's going to be on Sunday, and it's going to be about what is going on behind our backs with the government. You would be surprised if you don't already know this. You will know it when I do my show. I was very, very shocked to find out some information today, and I was taken back by it actually. So I'll probably most likely do it on my Sunday show because I need to get some clips together. Because in order to make it effective, I need to get some clips together from this show that I got this information from. Hello, Adam. How are you, buddy? So yeah, I mean, I didn't expect that to happen. And listen, I value all my listeners, and the ones that I don't know about. I can't get personal with them if they don't come into the parlor or the chat, right? How can I socialize with them if they don't come in? Some people like to stay behind the scenes, but obviously these were 22 people who were behind the scenes and in the bushes, as you would call it. So I never knew who they were. But apparently, I hit a soft spot with them about what I discussed this morning. I took the show down, and I was kind of surprised. I wasn't sure if I was reading it right, the analytics right. I'm looking, I'm saying, what? 22 negative today, right after my show. 22 negative. That never happened to me. So I don't usually discuss politics on my show, but with all the things that are happening the immigrants, and I'm not going to say anything further. I mean, it's this is a topic that is very, very critical at the moment, more so critical than the wars in Ukraine and all over the place. A lot of things are happening in the United States. And I always mention this. Clayton Morris, who I listen to, who has the show Redacted, that's my go to for the news. And I've been listening to Clayton for 7 years. And he had a gentleman on his show today that just like, wow, I could not believe what he was saying. I could, but I'll save it for Sunday night's show. Oh, happy birthday, Adam. I didn't know it was your birthday. Happy birthday. Happy belated birthday. I saw you. What, Adam? I was watching you down those eggs. What else? What else was I watching? Oh, something about a chicken, Kentucky Fried Kentucky Fried Chicken. Oh man. But yeah, I mean, so that's what happened this morning to me, and I wanted to jump on real quick. I'm on my way home right now, so this is kind of like a car live riding home. I haven't done one of these in months. But listen, everybody has different opinions and views, especially when it comes to politics. Um, you know, there have been a lot of arguments over politics. There have been friendships lost over politics. But I mean, that's really kind of ridiculous. You have your views, I have my views, and that's it. We could agree to disagree. That's always the point. So, like I said, I'm not upset at all. I'm just, what's the word I'm looking for? Surprised. Surprised is the word I'm looking for. I was really surprised to see that 22, 22 in less than an hour. That's got to be a record for me. Usually you gain 22. I lost 22. But as Carol said this morning in whose show was it? Edwin's show. Yeah, people are sensitive. They are. They're very sensitive when it comes to politics. Yeah, and that's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to mention any names. I'm not going to say anything. I'll save it for Sunday. Hello, Claudio. How are you, buddy? Good to see you. I've been listening to your music, Claudio. I mentioned that the other night on my show. I don't know if you're in the chat. I don't know if you heard me. I find some of your songs to be very relaxing. But I'll save it for. Yeah, I probably the most likely will do it Sunday because I have to get together some clips. Because the show won't be really effective if I don't show these clips, and you'll be very surprised. I'm telling you, if you don't know this already, you will be shocked at what I'm going to show you, and it's unbelievable. It's the things that are going on behind our back here in the United States from the government is just unbelievable, unbelievable. And I'll leave it at that. I'll leave it at that. So it's all good seeing you at nighttime. I'm on my way home to cook some nice chicken soup, real nice. On this rainy night here in northern New Jersey, it's pretty miserable. As a matter of fact, it's very miserable. And it's going to be raining tomorrow, too, here in northern New Jersey. But I guess it's better than snow, though, right? And don't forget, you got to turn your clocks ahead this Saturday night at 2 o'clock in the morning. You got to turn your clock ahead, spring forward. So we're going to lose an hour's sleep, but uh, that's the way it is. I wish, to be honest with you, I wish they would leave the clocks alone. They started to, look into that. Congress started to look into that, and not to change the clocks, and it just fell on the wayside. They should just leave the clocks alone. It's a pain in the neck, it really is. Yeah, I agree with you. See, Claudio, I agree with you. I agree with you 100%. Turn it back, turn it forward. Now, the clock in my car, I already turned forward already. So it's already set. But you don't have to worry about your phone or your computer or your TV because that'll be taken care of automatically. But if you have a clock on the wall in the kitchen, any kind of clock that works by battery, where you have to change the time, you'll have to do that. But everything else is taken care of. Actually, I messed myself up by changing the clock in my car. But at least I won't have to do it Saturday night. Actually, that's Sunday morning, really. So, Carol, are you going to be doing a live show anytime soon? I know that Angel's having a show tonight. I'll probably be stopping by while I'm having dinner late. And Adam, I noticed that you did a show. What was it? A couple of days ago. That was a couple hours. So that's good. I mean, that's good. The more that you do a show, the more you become acclimated with it. The more you become acclimated with StreamYard, you'll feel more comfortable. You'll get comfortable using it. I use OBS personally on my live show on Sunday night. But I've always mentioned this, that StreamYard is very, very user friendly. It can be a little intimidating that somebody doesn't know how to use uh, any kind of software or is not really computer literate. But it's very, very easy to use once you become used to it. And the more you do it, the better you get. Hello, crazy purple lady. Haven't seen you in a long time. Where have you been? Where have you been, girl? Good to see you. See, I had mentioned this on my show. I think it was Sunday. I haven't been consistent, but I'm going to be more consistent now. And when the content creators slash show hosts, believe it or not, when they don't do a show for a while, well, me anyway, I can't speak for everybody else. You miss it. You miss doing the show. You miss that socializing with your listeners. You know, you do miss it. And of course, some listeners will miss your show, and maybe some won't. you know, but the content, me myself, I do miss not doing a show. And then when you don't do a show for a while, and then all of a sudden you do a show, you feel good about it. That's me anyway. I can't speak for anybody else. But as I mentioned on my Sunday show, and I mentioned I think earlier on my show this morning, is that I'm going to be more consistent. I'm going to do a couple of shows in the morning during the week, and Sunday night will definitely be, the Sunday show. But there are a lot of listeners that come into our shows that have a lot to offer. I'm sure they have a lot to offer if they had their own channel and started it up. You know, like Edwin, for example. I'll take Edwin. Edwin was in chats for Edwin was in the chat. Let's see. I came on in September of 2022, Labor Day, and Edwin was in all the chats up until I don't know how many months he's doing it now. 8 months, maybe. I don't know. I'm going to say, but then he decided to do his own channel, and now he's got his own channel. And I don't have to tell you, he's very, very positive. He's a gentleman, and he he professes nothing but positivity on his channel. So that's one listener who became a content creator. Carol, you're another one who's on her way. But don't listen. Don't become intimidated with doing a live show. You could always use your emoji um, and get used to using StreamYard because the more you use StreamYard, the better you'll get. And Adam, you're another one who's doing a channel now. So there's a lot of listeners out there that have a lot to offer. But some people are hesitant because some people don't feel comfortable, in front of the camera. But you don't have to be in front of the camera. Or take TT, right? Another one started her channel up with the community page. Really got up to 10,000 listeners and decided to do her own channel, and she's doing well. So listeners have a lot to offer, and we do need more. I've said this before. We need more channels that are positive. We even like I said this morning, and I took this morning's show down. Even this morning, I said, we need that now more so than ever, especially today's day and age, and what's going on. Wait a minute, hold on a second. I'm trying to. I'm at a red light here. I want to read who was in the chat here. Crazy Purple, I know you're not, I know you're not consistent because I haven't seen you in like in a month and a half or 2 months. I don't know where you've been. Listen, just as long as everything's all right. Listen, everybody has a life off of YouTube, and one of the reasons why I haven't been consistent is because of my life off of YouTube. I kid you not when I tell you that I don't even have time sometimes to take you know, number one, if you know what I'm talking about. I have so many time constraints on me because I'm involved in so many other things, and that's one of the reasons why I haven't been consistent. But now that my schedule has changed, I'll be able to do and change things. Elvis, wait a minute, hold on a minute. Carol, I got to read what you're saying. Hold on a minute. It's kind of hard to. I don't want to get into an accident. Let's see what you're saying. TT and I are going to do an Elvis stream together. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, I think she's a big fan of his. Hey, Benny, how are you? Good to see you. TT and I have some things in common. We have TT likes memorabilia like I do, and she likes horror and science fiction and horror and science fiction memorabilia. We both go to the same convention that's held here in Jersey here twice a year. So we have a common interest there. As a matter of fact, on past shows, I talked about trivia and things from back in the day and stuff. And TT does a trivia show on Tuesday, and I did one a couple of weeks ago on a Saturday night. So we have a little something there in common. And she at one time was involved in baseball cards, so you know she's knowledgeable with the baseball cards and stuff. But we, you know, we both share the same things that we like. Crazy Purple, what kind of system are you trying to learn how to edit on? I have 40 years experience in editing. What kind of a system are you using? Are you using the YouTube Studio for editing? Are you using regular software? You got to let me know what you're using. You have 10 apps. What's the matter? Why? One app is not enough for you. You need 10 apps to edit. You have 10 editing apps? Well, here's what you got to do. You got to concentrate on only one. Because if you're using 10 apps, that's going to drive you crazy. You're never going to become proficient at editing if you're using 10 apps at different times. You've got to take out of those 10 apps, you've got to take the best one that does the best editing, that has the best editing program, and concentrate on that app, or else you will drive yourself insane. Editing is not easy. You know, it's about timing and the cuts and there's a lot involved. Anyway. Okay, Crazy Purple. So the A and I app is your favorite. So go with that then. Go with that and learn that. But the other one, listen, I don't know if you paid for the 10 apps, but you've got to concentrate on only one because 10 apps and editing on 10 apps will drive you absolutely insane. Right, Adam. Adam, StreamYard is free, like Crazy Purple said, for 20 hours. You can have guests on the free version. I think it's God. I forgot how many it is, but but for free, Adam, all you have to do is sign up onto StreamYard and sign up for the free program, and you can have guests on. You can use your phone or your laptop, or if you have a stand-up computer, whatever. But you don't have to pay. You have 20 hours free. 6 people. That's right. I couldn't remember how many you could have on. And it's so easy to have guests on with StreamYard. OBS is a little bit more complicated to have guests on. OBS is complicated, period. But Crazy Purple, don't knock yourself crazy. You'll go insane. You'll be pulling your hair out. 10 apps. Oh my God. Take one app, take your favorite app, that's your favorite, that does the most, and concentrate on that and learn that. Yeah. Okay. Crazy Purple is saying that you can add backgrounds and with StreamYard when you get the higher package. But let me tell you something about the backgrounds that are free with StreamYard. Unless you have and you're using studio lights while you're broadcasting, the backgrounds are not that great because you'll get the disappearing. You'll become invisible when you move your hands or your head or turn a certain way. You need a green screen in order for StreamYard to work effectively with the backgrounds. You need an actual green screen and studio lights if you want to spend the money. That's the way it works effectively. If you don't have a green screen or if you don't have lights, you can still use the background, but you will disappear like the Invisible Man every time you move. And you can make your own backgrounds or your covers or whatever. But still, in order for you to have an effective background with any program, StreamYard, OBS, you need an actual green screen and you need at least two studio lights if you want to invest in the money in the equipment in order for it to work effectively. Then the only downside with StreamYard is you're only allowed X amount of minutes if you want to use a video background. With OBS, it's indefinite. You could play a video background for hours and hours and hours. So, that's the way it is. I don't know who's Miss Jasmine, Crazy Purple. I don't know who that is. Now, if you look at my shows, you'll see that I use OBS, and you'll see that the background is flawless. I'll be in the house with the fireplace, or Sunday, was it Sunday? Sunday I was on in a house with the moon in back of me, and the background is flawless because I use a green screen and two studio lights. Actually, three studio lights I use. But you want it depends on what you want to do. I mean, you don't need that. You don't need that to do a show. Those are all things to spice up the show. They just add a little spice to the show. And I said this time and time again. You don't need those special effects to do a show. People come to your show not for the special effects. They come to your show for your personality mainly, and sometimes your content, depending on what you're talking about. So you really don't need that. You don't need those backgrounds. I use them because I've been doing that almost for 30, 40 years in the technical aspects of video and photography. It's just ingrained in me. And I feel naked without not using them. But you don't need them. And it depends on what you want to do. It all depends on the individual. But Adam, StreamYard is free. Sign up for it. You get 6 guests, like Crazy Purple said. and play around with it. And it has the backgrounds. You can use the backgrounds, but again, the backgrounds won't be that great because you're not using any lighting or green screen. Yeah, you don't need it. You don't need it. You don't need it. People come to your show because they like you. That's why people donate to your show, give you cash apps. They give it to you out of the goodness of their heart because they like you. You know what I'm saying? You got to have a likable personality. You have to be able to communicate with your listeners and talk to them, and you know, um, and then again too, not everybody is. You can't be liked by everybody. On YouTube and off of YouTube. Some people may like your show. Some people may not like your show. Some people may like your personality, and some people may not like your personality. We can't all be liked by everybody. Can you imagine if everybody liked one another? The world we would have world peace. We wouldn't have all this nonsense that's going on right now. But that's just not the way the world is. You're right, Crazy Purple. You're right, Adam. You better go out and buy yourself a bottle of Tylenol. I'm telling you, especially when you download StreamYard. Well, you don't have to download StreamYard. All you have to do is go to StreamYard.com, set up an account, and you're in. And then play around with it. And there's plenty of, you know, Adam, there is plenty of how-to videos on YouTube. How to use StreamYard, how to do this with the StreamYard, how to do that. I mean, all you have to do is key in a question on YouTube, um, you know, and a video will definitely pop up. Plus, they have StreamYard classes and things like that. And I'm telling you that the more that you better go out and buy yourself, maybe better go out and buy yourself 2 bottles and get yourself a bottle of wine while you're at it. You're gonna need it. No, I'm only kidding. It's not that difficult. It's not. Well, it could be a little intimidating to somebody who's not used, who's not familiar or proficient on the computer with software programs. Maybe it might be a little intimidating. Don't go. Listen, don't go to OBS. I'm telling you right now. Stay away from OBS until you become acclimated with, with StreamYard because you want to talk about OBS will drive you absolutely insane. Are you leaving Crazy Purple? Crazy Purple, are you leaving? Are you leaving me? Are you leaving me, Crazy Purple? That was so quick. No. So that's my advice to you. That's my professional advice to you. I listen, guys. I've been doing this for many years, many years. So I guess I can call myself a professional. What do I have? 45 years. Yeah, 45 years. So that's a long time. So I know about lighting. I know about editing. I know about camera angles, audio, sound. All that stuff. So, in fact, that's one of the reasons why I critiqued Joy Merlino's show. I critiqued it on the technical aspects of his show, and then I went over to the content of his show and the personality of him and Little Snuff. But if I had anything negative to say about his show, I wouldn't have critiqued it. But everything that they're doing is perfect. I gave him an A+. If there was something higher than an A+, I would have given him that. So I wouldn't steer you wrong. I mean, just so Adam, take my advice. Go to StreamYard.com, sign up an account, and play with it from there. Any questions that you have, all you have to do is ask. All the content creators use StreamYard. I think I'm the only one that uses OBS, and I do use StreamYard occasionally. but I think I'm the only one that uses OBS out of everybody. Okay, guys, I want to thank you so much for popping in. It was good seeing all of you. I haven't done one of these car lives going home in, God, months. Crazy Purple. You're too funny. All right, guys. Everyone have a great night. And yes, I am. I am leaving you, Crazy Purple. And my name is spelled Ralph. If any of you are subscribed to Angel Gotti, she's having a show tonight. You might want to pop in. I'll be popping in. So everybody enjoy your evening and thank you for joining me. And I will see you soon. Okay. All right, guys. Have a great one. Good night now.